a paper mache animal. And so we're going to take our balloon, and I'm going to rip some tape, and I'm going to put it just a little bit like that. I'm going to tape it down to the desk. I'm going to take another piece, and I just put my fingers like this, and I'm going to rip it, and I'm going to put another piece on the other side. And that's going to hold my balloon and keep it from rolling around as I'm trying to paper mache it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear pieces of newspaper into smaller pieces. They don't have to be tiny, but about like that. There doesn't have to be any sense of perfection when tearing these. They can be all different shapes, and that'll be fine. After I get plenty of these ripped up, that'll give me some to start with. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my watered down glue, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip both sides of the paper in the glue. Then I'm going to take it and I'm going to wring it out and place it onto the balloon. So let me see if I can show you a little better. If I can get this at a spot that's a little easier to see. Going to take my newspaper, dip it in both sides, and then I have a whole bunch of glue dripping off of this. And we don't want glue dripping off of it, so we're actually going to take two of our fingers, pinch it like this, and very lightly pinch it and pull it through my fingers to where I wring out that glue. This is going to be messy, and that's okay. Then I'm going to overlap that piece of paper onto the balloon. And you can see that this piece was maybe just a little bit too big because it's wrinkling up everywhere. So if I take a smaller piece, it won't have a problem of wrinkling up at all. I'm going to wring it out. Going to glue it down. And like I said, these will be overlapping. I don't want glue to be running down my balloon like you see here. I don't want glue to be dripping off onto the floor. I don't want glue to be dripping down my balloon. I want it to be a manageable amount of glue. That's why I'm wringing it out. So it's very, very important that after I get both sides, I wring it out. I squeeze out all the extra glue. That's what I'm doing there. This is called paper mache. And once this glue hardens, it'll turn into a hard sphere, this one here. You can make several different animals. I'll show you examples. You can make a pig, you can make a fish, you could even cut the sphere in half and make a turtle shell and make a turtle out of it. There's many options to what we could do. But our goal for today is to cover this whole balloon. And I'm going to start working a little faster here so that I could show you what to do once we get one side finished. Okay, once I have one side finished, and I really want to have more than what I have here, got to make sure to get all of these little pieces here. Let me work just a little bit more, because really you want to have one half of it finished completely, and you want it to be overlapped a couple times. You don't want any of your balloon showing. Once again, you shouldn't have any glue dripping down your balloon. I'm kind of going fast, so I'm rushing it. I shouldn't have too much glue dripping around my table. Okay, but once I get half of it done, I'm going to take one of my larger pieces of newspaper here, and with it having a dry side, I'm going to take that tape up, and now it's weighted down to that side, so I can take the tape off and I can work my way up. So I will start on the lowest points of my balloon back here, and then I will work my way up to the top, leaving the top blank till the very end. Depending on what your animal is, you might want your balloon to be a little bit more circle, and you just don't blow it up as much, or you might want it to be a little bit more oval, and so you could blow it up even more. But what we're going to do here is we're just going to cover our whole balloon, remembering to wring it out each time. At the end of this, we will have to clean our hands and our table. So we're going to need a lot of cleanup time. But these paper mache pieces are pretty neat.